Greetings, Pisces, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is going to be your weekly reading for those of us born in the zodiac sign of Pisces, and this is going to be for the week of June the 5th through June the 12th, 2023. Spirit guide has already been invoked, and the cards have been anointed, shuffled, and cut according to the amount of times and directions given to me by my spirit guide. And so with your kind permission, may I begin a look at and an interpretation of the sacred tarot for you for this time cycle. Pisces, this is a good time for writing. You must begin, or I should say, it's not like a warning or anything that's dire. I don't want it to sound like that either. That's why I had to pull back and say it again in a softer tone. This is a time for putting a pen to paper. This is a time when you might consider writing a letter to yourself. And what that does, I've never actually told anyone to do that, I don't think. So this is about you writing a letter of appreciation, recognition, self-love, and also gathering your thoughts about your next step. Writing, you could be writing your affirmation. You could be drawing. Those of you that have the artistic talent of drawing, if that's something that is dominant in your personality, you might do some drawing, you might do some sketching, okay? The idea is that you're working with pen and paper, pencil and paper. You're doing something with paper and you're writing something. That's what I'm seeing. You also are trying on shoes this week, interesting enough. You're trying on shoes. You're looking in the mirror this week, trying on shoes, and that's for some of you. It may not be for everybody, but I definitely see you thinking about some things that you either fit or no longer fit, things that are a fit that may not necessarily be a fit anymore. You might be getting ready to give some things to a relative, sister, that kind of thing. Okay, whew. All right, let's get started, shall we? Okay. All right, Pisces. So the card that represents you this week, another 8, and 8 is my good luck number for this week for me. 8 is the card of strength, as you can see, and the strength has to do with you and your nobility and your ability. So the nobility aspect of it has to do with you ruling from wisdom, ruling from confidence. That's what I'm talking about. Like you're just confident and you're just sure and you're just, you're there and you're solid about things. Okay. So that's a good feeling. You also have, you're also in a good place as far as physical health and strength is concerned this week. Maybe you've been working out or something, but you really feel good physically this week. So that's very, very positive for you. And so keep that up. Keep up the good work. Mind your thoughts this week, Pisces. Don't allow yourself to get distracted. I did a video this week for those people who come to me as private clients, and I sent a private video to them talking about being your better self. This idea of watching your thoughts. Don't allow other people to distract you from positive thinking. Don't allow other people to distract you from the direction that you're heading in. Stay blessed. Stay on Blessing Boulevard, period. Don't get off. Watch your thoughts, because your thoughts will become things. I definitely see this idea of you breaking free. I definitely see this idea of you starting new dimensions in your life, going to trying something new. For the Pisces that I do know, I know a few, but one in particular, and she knows who I'm talking about. Boy, I'm telling you, this trying something new, freeing yourself, this is interesting for her. I'm curious to see what that's going to be, because she's had so many wonderful experiences. But now the others of you, this is still nonetheless accurate for you. This is about you breaking free from limitations and self-imposed fears and limitations. Trying something new. You've been thinking about something. You've been thinking about doing something. You need to go ahead and try it. Okay? The King of Swords talks about someone doubting you. Don't stress them doubting you, number one. Be mindful of this person that might say something to you that might want to be distracting to you. Be mindful of that. Those of you that are dealing with any type of legal issues, it might be important for you to check out the details as it relates to the issue and the challenge that you're dealing with. So you might need to get a second opinion about something that is legal, or working with accounting, or working with like registering for school, those kind of things where somebody's giving you guidance. You might need to double check on that person. They may not be as knowledgeable as they say that they are. The 10 of Swords in reverse speaks about you breaking free. Once again, is very much confirming the 8 of Swords. You have the 10 and the 8. So you have some good stuff about you breaking free and going to the next level, moving to the next level psychologically and spiritually, particularly. And it might even be emotionally for some of you. Not everyone, but it's definitely emotional for some of you. You're in a very good place, Pisces, as far as the Magician card representing your week, or part of the energy of this week. That energy of the Magician card is about self-awareness, self-knowledge, self-confidence, understanding your many accomplishments. And that's what I was talking about, you writing a letter to yourself. This really is good to do that. Write a letter to yourself, highlighting what you have accomplished, and then write a letter in that letter, that the second paragraph be about what you want to accomplish and what you're willing to do to get there, and what kind of gifts you already have and what kind of habits you already have. Let's spend a little time getting deep, loving ourselves this week, okay, Pisces? And this kind of love is not getting your nails done. This kind of love is appreciation of the soul you, the deep you. As I said earlier about someone, giving you an opinion that may not be accurate, you may need to cut those people off. You may be cutting communications. Or you might be taking a break from social media. You might be taking a break from a long distance relationship, phone call wise. You might be just pulling back for a few minutes just so you can just woosah type of thing, okay? Yeah, this could be the pulling back, and maybe there was a trip that was planned, and this trip that was planned or that was hoped for may not necessarily happen. And if this trip does happen, this trip is not going to be as smooth based on this, okay? It doesn't mean anything like an accident. I'm not a prophet of woe, but I will say that this card does show some interruption in the smooth flow of travel plans, okay? So definitely see that. Some of you are thinking about relocating. Some of you are thinking about going overseas. Some of you are thinking about long distance travel. Now, as I just said, this is not a time that you should definitely say, I'm traveling this week, but this might be a time for you to put some plans in place about going over the ocean, traveling long distance. This could be a time when you are putting some plans in place. Spirit is showing me some of you might be going to Germany, Italy, those kind of things. You might be thinking about traveling long distance. It's a good time to put the plans in place, begin shopping for the best prices, etc., that type of thing. And the 7th card in your 7-card spread, Pisces, has to do with this epiphany, has to do with this aha moment, has to do with mental clarity, right? I talked about you writing that letter to yourself. I talked about you getting a second opinion from, someone giving you an opinion that may or may not necessarily be as accurate as they pretend it to be, right? They're saying, this is what it is. Not necessarily the case. So you're going to get this epiphany. You're going to get this brilliant moment where you're going to hey, I got it now, that type of thing. So you're going to get that. Actually, this also points to a surprise, something that you found that was in your closet or that was in storage, that type of thing. And this could also point to something that you found and you're saying, oh, wow, I was thinking about this the other day, or I was looking for this the other day, that type of thing. Okay, Pisces, listen to your reading a few times. I hope this reading brings you peace and power this week, truth and light, health and happiness. You stay blessed. I'll talk to you soon, my Pisces family members. Stay blessed.